if you're listening about a Kenku, a Tiefling, and a Bugbear having no damn clue what they're doing, then you're listening to Not So Super Dungeon Bros.
Hello everyone, welcome to the third episode of Not So Super Dungeon Bros. We're excited to have you. This episode is going to be a good one and we look forward to sharing it with you. Just so everyone knows, I know people may have already rated us and are expecting to have an NPC name, but we are recording these a little bit in advance. So give us a little time and we'll have some new NPCs with your names on them. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and roll initiative to see who does the introduction.
Oh crap, I got a nat 1.
And Thaddeus wins.
I got a 23.
Okay, you want me to just go ahead?
Yeah, hop on in it.
Okay, sweet. So, last episode, we set out, we were with Zane and Christiana. We split up, searching for one of the masked ones in the area. We ran into a goblin, Green Lemon, who took us. He showed us where this masked one was. He took off. Marked one, sorry. So we found the marked one. Barb, our glorious barbarian, shot him with a dart and put him to sleep. We got him. We started getting out of there, but unfortunately a bunch of cultists came, and Zane heroically held them off as we made our escape. We traveled for a while carrying the marked one until we found a wagon with a bunch of cultists around it, about 20 cultists. We fought our way through, managed to take the wagon, and we finally went to our base camp, and as we arrived, we found it in flames.
So, just to clarify, you haven't reached the base camp. You're up on the mountain.
Yeah, just
and
looking over.
You look down over it, and you just see it on fire.
Yep.
But yeah, all right, you all ready to go?
Wait, is my chuck wagon on fire?
I'll have you do a perception check
Oh,
and
no.
see if your chuck
I didn't
wagon's
even
on fire.
think about that last time.
Yep. Our heroes look on in horror as the camp in the distance burns and smolders. They look on as steadfast as the trees around them in a solemn act of desperation, knowing that they cannot do anything to prevent or save those in the camp. Rooster looks on and tries to find his once beloved chuck wagon. Go ahead and do a perception check.
Oh.
Not only is it on fire, but it's been pillaged.
Why do you have to roll for that?
He might not have seen it.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so during this time, you guys had been traveling overnight, for about 8 hours. You had switched off driving the cart, and were able to get a long rest in, just sleeping in the wagon. The marked one, who is still out cold, kind of just laying slumped over in the back of the cart. And during that long rest, you guys were able to do a couple things. Barb, you were able to, once again, look at this dagger and see if you notice anything. And Thaddeus or Zeke, you can go ahead and do an investigation on those classes.
Investigation?
Or Arcana.
Either one?
Yep.
Okay, I'll take investigation. Ooh, a 21.
Alright, so these glasses are dark vision glasses. They will give you the ability to see up to 60 feet in the dark. So that's the reason why when you put them on, you couldn't see anything, because you already have dark vision.
Now.
So it didn't help.
I've got a bargaining chip.
Barb, go ahead and do your investigation.
I did 17.
17. So you're looking around on this knife, and you notice on the very on the pommel of the knife, there's this little button, and you click down on it, and all of a sudden, a part of the blade separates and retracts into the hilt, and on the hilt, an additional little sliver of a piece kind of pops out. And you take it and you look at the key at this knife, and the knife blade is in the shape of like a key. So you'll be able to use these as thieves' tools, and you'll have advantage whenever you're picking a non-magical lock.
Dang, that's sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet.
Yeah. Then you put that little sliver back into the end of the hilt piece, press it down, and the blade shoots back up into its original form.
Awesome.
Cool. Is anyone doing anything else during that long rest that we didn't notice?
Actually, as we're going, could I talk to Rooster?
Go for it.
What are you going to talk about?
So
He's got to put out his torch.
So Zeke, as the wagon's just bumbling along, Zeke leans over to Rooster and he pulls off these spectacles, and he also grabs the that dwarven cloak, and he holds them out. And I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy just to make a glint, a really like shiny glint off of the glasses as I'm doing this. And then I'm gonna to Rooster, I'm gonna say, I don't have much use for these, but I'm willing to trade them for that medallion. Now remember, that medallion seems to be cursed, so there's not much point in keeping it anyways.
Yeah, no, I just ignore you and roll to sleep.
Oh my gosh, I hate this bird. Okay, I don't... yeah, okay,
He can't
that's
see in
fine.
the dark. He won't trade for glasses he can see in the dark with.
Well, birds do have small brains, so
That's true.
Actually, I'm gonna take a moment and actually ask Rooster, would you like to be able to see in the dark? Because that's what these glasses do. You will be able to see without the use of a torch.
I'm sleeping.
Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, he just goes...
Dude, I'm
grumpily back
tired.
to what he's doing.
I got wasted last
Oh my gosh,
freaking
yeah.
battle.
Okay. So that all happened during the long rest, and now you are all staring out over the fire, and Christiana speaks up. We need to move. This path might take us near to the camp, and we got to get ahead of it before the attackers can turn their eyes towards us. There's bound to be a warning going out that we have captured this Mark 1, and they won't take that lightly. And she heads back and climbs back into the wagon and is about to drive it away.
I get back on the wagon.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna go hop back in.
So you begin the winding switchback all the way down the mountain. About halfway down this mountain, I need you all to make...
I'm sorry, I got a quick question.
Yes.
Because Rooster was sleeping, do we leave him there?
No, he was sleeping
He was in the wagon.
Oh,
so.
okay, that's too bad.
Plus, he woke up. He got up to see the burning chuck wagon. So
Oh, okay.
So the dawn has slowly begun to break. It's in between that middle where there's enough light to see, but not super clear. And I need you all to make perception checks as you have gotten about halfway down this mountain.
Nat 20.
16.
I wish you could see in the dark. That'd probably be just what you needed.
Did you roll, Garrett?
Yeah, he
rolled
said
7.
7.
Oh, I couldn't hear a word he said. Okay, so you look on. Zeke and Barb, you both see in the distance a couple of these, about 3 of these cultists, kind of setting up a checkpoint on this road. Christiana also sees them and signals, or makes sure that you guys see it as well.
Oh, shoot, we should have
Right.
taken some cloaks from the cultists we killed.
Shoulda, coulda, didn't.
Yep.
I would signal her to stop the coach or the
Okay,
wagon.
She slowly
and then
pulls
I
the
would
horse.
talk
Stop.
to Zeke about putting on the cloak and maybe going over there while we sneak up on him, because he could be invisible and get real close to him without them knowing.
Okay. As you guys are getting ready to get out of the cart, with your perception checks, you guys hear the sounds of hoofbeats coming from behind and coming on fast.
Get the wagon out of the way. Let's just get it. Just
You're
push
on a mountain path. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
way to get this wagon off this path.
Okay, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself, and then I'm going to use a cantrip. It is called Mold Earth, so I can target an area of earth and move it like up to 5 feet away. Basically, I'm just going to make a big ditch on the other side of the wagon towards where the hoofbeats are coming.
Okay. Okay, you do that, and Christiana goes, "We have to run." And she snaps the reins and starts rolling on. You guys are charging towards these group. So this is how it's going to work. The wagon will travel 30 feet per turn, and the driver can use their action to double that speed, so a total of 60 feet on their turn. The wagon can be attacked, and the wagon has 50 HP. Basically, every time it drops 10 HP, something bad's going to happen. And you can fix the wagon. However, if it drops below one of these 10 HP thresholds, like, for instance, if it drops to 40 HP, when you're moving on this wagon, you can't fix it above that 40 HP. You have to get off, or you have to stop the wagon and fix it if you want to raise it below one of these thresholds.
Okay.
So what? How do we fix it? What does that entail?
So it'll cost you an action. You can use an action to try and fix it after it's taken damage, and you'll roll a d12, and that's how much health the wagon will recover. So
Sweet.
It's in your best interest to not let it drop below a 10 HP every time.
Yeah.
When you stop and fix it, an action will heal it for 20 HP. Attackers can board this while it's moving, but they have to make a DC check. Your wagon also has a DC strength that I already have, and I'm not really going to tell it to you. But yeah, so basically you have a few guys in front of you, and then you have the horses that are charging up behind you, and there's now a ditch, so it's going to take them a little bit of time. So Christiana snaps the reins, and you guys charge off. As you guys are going by this, I need you to roll initiative.
As we're a ways out, because I have a really long range for my Eldritch blast. Can I just start lobbing off stuff
I need
at
you to
him?
roll initiative.
Okay. I just didn't know because we were a long ways away. 7.
I got
You're
a
not
22.
a long ways away. You're like 30 feet away, 40 feet away.
Oh, okay. I thought we were further.
No, because you came around the switchback and saw him.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I got a 22.
I got a 6.
22.
7.
Okay, so Barb's gonna get to go first, and basically, you reach these 3 people when it's your turn, Barb.
I reach what 3 people?
The 3 cultists that were kind of set up as a checkpoint.
Okay. Are we? I guess I don't. Are we riding through them, or are we?
Yeah, so they're she's riding right through them, so you can swing on the edge. There's some on either side. There's 2 on one side and 1 on the other. You can swing at them.
Okay, so the side that has 2 of them, I'll lean over and swing my my great sword.
Okay. Roll your attack.
I got a 25.
25 hits. What's your damage?
Rage is 2 and slashing is 15.
You need to specify that you go into a rage with a bonus action
okay.
before.
So 15. 25 and 15.
Okay, so I'm gonna allow for cleave on this one because you're flying by them. Basically, you swing and cut off both of these guys' heads, and they just fall to the ground. They weren't really expecting any trouble because they were expecting a wagon, just not with any enemy on it. And next turn is Christiana. She's going to use her action to boost another 30 feet, so you've just left this guy in the dirt. And she comes around the next corner, and you see up ahead that there's a small encampment. And a bunch of guys are actually, let's see if they hear the commotion. Let's go ahead and roll perception for these dudes. Yeah, so a few of them closer to where you are heard like the fast pace of this carriage, and they are starting to get up. That will take us to one of these cultists. Actually, yeah, so you're like 10 feet away. That'll take us to you, Zeke.
Sweet.
So there's about 5 guys ahead in front of you that are all like ready to jump onto this wagon. And the horses have been slowed, so they will not get to you this round.
Are any of them like tightly grouped together, like within a 5-foot cube?
How far can your cube go?
I can do it within 30 feet. We're probably,
Okay.
Are we not quite close enough? Or
You could probably get 2 of the guys.
okay, I'm going to use mold earth again, and I'm going to pull all the dirt out from underneath them so they just drop it, and then I'm just going to sink all this earth back around them.
Okay, I'm going to have them do dexterity checks against
Okay.
your spell DC for that.
Yeah, sounds good. Mine's 14.
They both failed. One with a nat 1. He's completely dead. The other one was close, so he's going to be like half buried up to his waist.
Sweet.
And,
we should
and
run
he's
him over.
Yeah, he's in the middle of the road.
Oh
so
my gosh. This just got so
it's
bad.
going to be brutal. All right. With that, it will take us to you, Rooster. Are you going to be able to do anything from that range? Do you have any ranged weapons?
You said they're like 10 feet away?
Sorry, they're about 30 feet away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, Zeke was barely able to reach the first 2, and then there were like 3 behind him.
I'm gonna...
Okay.
You should
just hold your
actually-
action.
use your action to help us go 30 more feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you could push her aside and take over driving, but it's up to you.
Nah, we'll just hold on.
You can hold your action, and that way when you're within range, you can swing.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So one of the 3 guys, he just whistles really loud and is getting their attention. He's going to move towards the wagon and attempt to jump onto it as it comes closer. So he's going to make a dex. And he fails the dex. He jumps, tries to get onto the wagon, and gets caught by the wheel and just wrapped up. Like,
Oh
it
my
catches
gosh.
his leg and just breaks his leg apart. And he's down on the ground behind you guys. However, you see... actually, make perception checks.
7.
7.
I got a 2.
Yeah,
That sucks.
15.
All right, Barb, you see that some guys are beginning to mount horses that are in this little encampment. And it looks like they will be trying to pursue you because they know they're not going to be able to catch you as you come flying by. With that, that takes us to the top of the round. Barb, it is your turn.
I'll use my blowgun and one of my darts.
You have 2 darts left. Are you shooting the horsemen that are coming up behind you now? Or there's 6 guys behind you that are riding up, or are you going to shoot one of the guys ahead of you that's
I'm
mounting
going to
his
shoot
horse?
one ahead of me.
Okay.
So they'll be come up on us sooner because we're going that way.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I got a 24.
A 24 will hit. Now
Sweet.
he's got to make a Constitution save, and he fails. So this dart comes and just sticks him right in the neck, and he just falls over, sleeping, like laying on top of his horse, just sagged over it. All right, that will take us to Christiana. She's going to go ahead and snap the range. You guys move another 60 feet.
As we're passing that horse that has the rider slept out on it, can I jump off onto the horse?
Yeah, go ahead and make a acrobatics.
I hope you can do it, man. That'd be dope.
Dang, 9.
We're gonna have
What did he roll?
A 9.
Oh, crap.
So you're driving along. Barb shoots this dart. Rooster doesn't realize it. He was just going to jump, tackle this guy, and then take his horse. But unfortunately, he jumps, and this guy slumps over and lays down. And so he just clears this guy on his jump and clears the horse and lands and rolls on the dirt next to the horse. But that was your reserved action, we'll call it.
Okay.
So that will take us. Christiana's moved the thing 60 feet. So now it is one of these riders that is behind you. He's going to catch up to you, and he's going to swing at Christiana as she is driving. And he hits for 5 points of damage. That will bring us to another one of those horse riders that are behind you. They're going to ride up. He's going to swing and try to hack up on the wagon. And his blade just kind of glances off it. He doesn't get a good hit on it. And he does 0 damage to the wagon. That will take us to another one of these. So this is the third one from behind. He's going to swing at the wagon as well. He's going to come up on the other side. So you have 2 guys on the right side of the wagon now and 1 guy on the left side. And he's going to try and jump off the horse into the wagon. This should be fun. Oh man, he got a nat 20. He hopped right up in there, and he's going to take a swing at you, Barb.
Bring it on.
Does a 16 hit?
Does that? Well, it's tied with my armor class, so I guess that hits.
So that hits.
Okay.
He does 7 slashing damage. So you now have 1 guy in the cart with you. Rooster is off on the side of the road, and you have 2 other horses riding with you. All right, that brings us to Zeke.
Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade, and a bunch of black smoke forms around my hand and turns into a sword. And so it counts as a simple weapon, which I'm proficient with, and I think I use it with finesse. Sorry, I haven't cast it. It has before.
Finesse, so it has finesse. You can use strength or dexterity.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d20 to see if I hit. Okay, I got a 12. So a 15 to hit.
15 hits. And are you attacking the guy in the wagon, did you say?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
And it does 12 damage.
12 damage. You freaking hit this guy, and he just flies off the wagon and rolls on the ground dead. Well murdered.
Nice.
Nice. All right, a rooster. That brings us to a rooster on the ground.
You need to get on that horse, buddy.
All right. Well, I mean, I can catch up to the wagon this turn, so.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to jump on the horse.
Okay, you hop up on the horse.
I'm trying to catch back up to the wagon.
So first, you push this cultist that's asleep off of his horse.
Right.
And or you could climb up there with him on it. That's up to you.
Use him as a shield.
No. No, I push him off, I jump up on the horse, and I start chasing after the wagon, trying to catch up to the nearest enemy that's attacking it.
Okay, so you ride up on one of these horses on your right. So you just rode past the 4 other guys that are getting on their horses, because they're kind of in an area together, just so you know.
Gotcha.
That you weren't quite in range for them to just get an opportunity attack, because they're trying to mount their horses as well. But yes, you did pass them. But go ahead.
So the other... Wait, so those were the guys who used to be in front of us.
Yes, and now
they're behind the wagon. But the other guys who were behind the wagon, is there just the one guy So
there's 3 other guys that are chasing after the wagon. They're about to catch up to the wagon.
Can I catch up to one of them and attack them?
Yeah, they're probably about where you are now anyway, but they're flying by you, so you're going to be at disadvantage because they're moving. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, actually, no, you're going to be riding, so you're going to take off as well. You're fine. No disadvantage. Go ahead and attack one of them.
We are going to... I'm just going to chuck a dart at one of them. A 13 to hit.
13 does hit. How much damage?
7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. He hits, and you could tell you hit right under the ribs, and it catches in between the ribs, and he's in a lot of pain, but he does not fall off his horse.
Alright, and that's my move. I'm kind of keeping my distance a little bit behind these guys, trying to dissuade them from just ignoring me completely and going recklessly after their wagon.
Okay, that's going to take us to a buttload of cultists. So the cultist that you just attacked, he's going to go ahead and swipe back at you with a 22 to hit.
Oh man, I'll do it.
He does 5 slashing damage. The other two cultists that were riding alongside him move forward to the wagon, and they're going to both take attacks on the wagon. The first misses, the second hits, and does 5 slashing damage to the wagon, and just carves into this wagon wheel a little bit. That will take us to the 4 that had just mounted, and they're going to ride up. One of them's going to stop and attack Rooster. And he rolls a 17 to hit.
That'll do it.
For 3 damage. And the other 3 are going to go ahead and move forward. And one is going to attempt to jump into the wagon. And he jumps and misses. Just catches the edge of the wagon and grabs onto the edge and is dragging on the edge of this wagon. Didn't quite fall yet, but he's barely hanging onto this wagon. The other 2 are going to move forward and try to cut at the front of the wagon. They both miss. They're unable to get it. That will take us back to the top of the order with Barb.
All right. I'm going to use my hand axe to chop off the fingers of the guy that's hanging on the wagon.
Okay. You have advantage on this attack.
Okay. I had a 15.
A 15 hits.
All right. 11 slashing damage.
11 slashing damage. Go ahead and finish him.
All right. I reach back in my pouch and I pull out my nice hand axe and I just chop it and as I slice through the bone and the cartilage and all that stuff in his fingers, it goes about a good 6 inches in the wood to way overswung, but that guy's fingers went flying everywhere and blood just started squirting, and as he was falling away you could see him bring his hands to his mouth and him screaming out loud.
And just as that happens, the wagon wheel catches him and he is now dead.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
So are you doing anything else as a bonus action?
Was there anyone else close to the wagon?
6 guys next to the wagon.
I'd like to use my storm aura. So it extends 10 feet.
You have to go in a rage as a bonus action first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go into a rage and then use my storm aura, which the aura extends 10 feet in every direction. The aura effects depends on chosen environment, which is I chose the desert, so extremely hot, and it requires a saving throw of DC that equals 8 plus.
8 plus your proficiency and your constitution?
Yeah.
According to the thing, they don't roll. We all just take 2 fire damage.
Oh, okay. So there's no roll. There's no save for this?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry.
I thought he said there was a save.
Not according to the thing.
It depends on which environment was chosen, but for the desert environment, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, this one doesn't require one.
Okay.
So all 6 of those guys are going to take 2 points of damage, as well as Christiana and Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, it was worth it. I mean, okay, that will take us to. Wait a minute. I think we did that wrong. In the future, I think you have to use a bonus action to use your aura, but you had to use a bonus action to go into rage first. So technically, you would have had to do that on your next round. But that's okay. It's okay. But we messed up. I messed up as the DM, so it's okay. We're just gonna go from there. It's not a big deal. Okay, but yeah, just so you know, only one bonus action per turn. I didn't even think about it until just now.
Right.
But we are still good to go. That will bring us to Christiana. She's going to go ahead and move the wagon 60 more feet. You guys have now traveled 180 feet. And that will take us to one of these horsemen riding alongside you. And they are going to hack at the wagon. He hits. He does 7 damage. That is going to drop you, or the wagon's health, to 38 HP. So, below 40 HP, the wagon begins to rock. and you will have disadvantage on athletics and dexterity related rolls.
Oof.
Okay, so now the wagon cannot be healed above 40 HP unless you stop the wagon. But we have, that was that one. We have one more cultist that gets to go before Zeke, and he's going to attack the wagon as well. And he misses. With the wagon, his aim's a little bit off and doesn't quite hit where he was aiming to try and disable. That will bring us to you, Zeke.
I'm so sad. I should have picked mending whenever I leveled up.
I know. I was thinking about, I was like, man, if they have mending, it's like heal it all the way.
I know. I almost did because I usually, like, it's something I would have gotten, but then I saw mold earth and I was like, that sounds fun. Okay, so how many people can get in? Can I get in a 15-foot cone?
The question of ages.
So you could probably hit, there's like 3 on each side because there's 6 all around you. Then there are 2 that are back a ways behind you with Rooster. So you can shoot off to either side of it and hit 3 of them. But you wouldn't be able to hit all of them unless you're trying to burn the wagon and some of these people.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go for 3 on... Which side is Rooster on? He's back away.
Rooster's behind
towards
you.
either
He's
side?
Not,
he's just
not
straight
really,
back?
No, yeah, he's just straight behind you. And you
Okay.
have 3 guys on the right side of the wagon, 3 guys on the left side of the wagon.
All right, well, I'm going to light up the people on the right side. So they need to make a DC 14.
Dexterity?
Yep.
One got a nat 20. He's not... with the nat 20s, I'm not going to make him take any of your damage.
Yep.
But the other 2 completely failed.
Okay, they both take 10 damage.
So what happened is one of the horse riders, he sees that you're about to cast this, and he holds up a little bit and falls to the side of one of these guys and just lets both these guys take all of the burn. And they and their steeds go crashing to the earth, and you have killed both of them. Rooster, let's see what kind of shenanigans you pull off.
All right. I would like to go to the now riderless horse and grab it. And then drink a healing potion.
What riderless horse?
Yeah.
The guy
I
who
think
jumped
those ones
off
got
to-
cooked.
Yeah, those
No,
ones
there
got
was the
fried.
guy who jumped off and grabbed
Oh,
onto
yeah.
the back of the wagon.
Oh, that horse is way behind, dude. As soon as he jumped off, it like stopped.
Yeah, but he jumped off after I went, so wouldn't it be in front of me still?
Sure, I guess. Okay, go ahead
I
and
mean,
try to grab this other horse.
if-
I have no idea what you're doing. Go ahead and try to grab this horse.
I'm just trying to grab a horse so that we have 2 horses instead of just one that I'm riding.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity throw. Just straight up dexterity. And then I'll make you roll animal handling after you catch it.
Alright, a 6. Apparently I can't catch anything.
Yeah, you can't catch the reins. He just it holds up so fast that when you're passing by it, you can't catch the reins. Okay, so you drink your potion, and that will take us. Unless you have anything else you can do.
No, that's going to be it.
All right, that brings us to one of the cultists that is riding alongside Rooster. He's going to swing at him, and he rolls a 9. As Rooster was reaching out for these reins, this cultist swings and misses. So that takes us to the one cultist that is on the left side of right side of the carriage that Zeke attacked. And he's going to swing at the carriage. And he hits and does 2 more damage. It is now at 36 HP. And now for the 3 guys on the left side. Nope, sorry. Only 1 guy on the left side. The other 2 were the ones that went first. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay.
Here it goes. He's going to attack the wagon. He hits and does 7 damage.
Oh,
it now
shite.
drops to 29 HP. So now it's going to get a little bit worse. Below 30 HP, the wagon speed is reduced by 5. So now when Christiana doubles the speed, it will only be 50. All right. That will take us back to the top. I need everyone to make perception checks.
Got a 6.
12.
14.
So Barb and Rooster, Rooster's barely able to see this, but Barb, you're able to see in front of you, about 80 feet in front of you, are a couple of archers that are drawing back their strings and are getting ready to fire. Let's go ahead and have Barb go. You have 3 guys on the left side of the wagon, 1 guy on the right, and 2 guys back by Rooster.
And the wagon's not doing so good.
Okay, so I will draw my greatsword and try to hit the one on the side of the rat wagon.
On the right, or just the one by himself?
Yeah, there's one by himself, correct?
Okay, yep.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Greatsword, 21.
Alright, finish. What kind of damage?
12.
12. Go ahead and finish him.
Okay, so I get, I reach out that side of the wagon and kind of make an arcing upward slashing motion with my greatsword, and so I catch him just kind of underneath the neck, and my sword is so sharp that it just goes up through his jawbone and out the top of his head. So I don't cleanly cut off his head, but I just kind of
Just
more
put a big
like
gash through his...
take off his face and his jaw.
Ow.
So
Alright,
it
so
was
part of
awesome.
his face and jaw go flying, and his body falls off the horse, and he's on the side that the slope of the mountain is, and he falls, and just you see him tumbling down, and it looks like he's going to tumble all the way down to the switchback below. That will take us to Christiana. Oh wait, do you want to do anything else?
I can do a second. I can have another turn, right?
You have a bonus action. I don't think you can do the Aurora more than once per long rest, right, guys?
Okay.
No, it's every action.
Yeah.
As
You
a
can
bonus.
always
Oh,
do
every-
it as a bonus action.
So when he goes into a rage, the aura takes effect, and then every action thereafter as a bonus action, he can activate that effect.
Oh, okay. So just to begin it, it costs an action. Is that what you're saying?
I think
It's a bonus
I'm a-
action just to
yeah.
go into
Or it's
rage.
still a bonus
I'm
action? Okay, so
already
yeah,
in
you can
rage,
do a
so-
bonus action to do fire damage to these guys again.
I don't know if I want to hurt.
Hurt
No.
Zeke and
Yeah, I
Christiana.
don't want to hurt the. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm not going to do anything.
Okay.
I'm just
that will-
laughing at that guy that fell off the side of the mountain.
It's like super chaotic around you. You just see Barb giggling as he's watching this body fall down the thing. Okay, that'll bring us to Christiana's turn. She's going to go ahead and snap the reins and make it go 50 feet further, and you are at 230 feet now. That will take us to the 2 of these guys on the right, and they are going to go ahead and swing at Zeke.
Bring it on.
One guy 16, one guy 19.
Both of them hit.
But they rolled very bad on their damage. They do 5 damage total amongst them.
Okay. So the first one who hits, I'm gonna, as a reaction, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
So he hits me, and as soon as he hits me, flames just jet out from that spot, and he needs to make a DC 14 Dexterity save.
He got an 11.
Okay, so he takes 7 damage from fire as
7
it jets out and
damage.
hits him.
Okay, go ahead and actually, finish him.
Okay.
How does this fire consume him?
He slashes into me, and just right where the slash went down, just a ton of fire just bursts out and just burns his face away, and he just kind of goes off. And are there any trees or rocks sticking out?
So it's rocks and a little bit of trees. It's a sharp slope right on the left side, and then you have this level place where the path is, and then a sharp thing, and there's like a few trees there.
So I imagine he's kind of like clutching his face because his face is burned. He kind of veers off to the side, and it's the one of the very few trees, and his horse just goes straight into it, and he just gets bucked into it and just hits that, and then kind of tumbles down the hill to the side.
Ouch. All right.
So to be clear,
bring-
he gets knocked off of his horse.
Yes, I imagine the horse
Okay,
probably also
just
hit
wanted
the
to
tree.
clarify that.
the horse hits the tree too and breaks its neck.
Yeah, I don't imagine the horse is doing too great.
All right. That will bring us to Zeke, actually.
All right. How many people do we have directly by us now?
You have one guy. Sorry, you have one guy on your right. You have the two guys back by Rooster, and then you have. Oh wait, yeah, that's all you know.
And we've got. Oh yeah, I don't know about the other guys. Okay, I'm gonna yell out to Barb and say we need to fix the wagon, but first we have to deal with these. And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at the one next to me. And I got a 10 to hit, so that probably doesn't hit.
Yeah, that misses.
Shoot. All right. Yeah, and that's probably my turn. I don't really have anything else I can do.
Okay, Rooster, you are up.
All right, so did that horse really break its neck?
Yeah, it's dead.
It did slam into
I
a
don't
tree. at
He
full
really
speed.
wants another horse.
I mean, Zeke that did describe this horse running full on into a tree. So, I mean,
I thought he said that the guy hit the tree,
Oh no! Like,
not
Well,
the horse.
yeah.
My bad.
no, he said the horse.
just veers off and
All right.
Owie! Thaddeus, killer of horse.
I wanted that horse, dude. What the heck?
Man, he
All
kills
right.
all the animals that you want. First he burns the jackalopes. Now he's killing your horses.
oh my gosh! I did not start that with jackalopes.
You kind of did.
No, you
anyway,
finished it.
True.
Alrighty, I am going to. There's two guys next to me, right?
That's correct, sir.
All right, I am going to
Okie day.
23 to hit,
23 hits.
Nice.
5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
And-
Ooh, that one. This one's. Oh no, you finished this. This is the guy that you hit with your dart. So go ahead and finish him.
All right, I smack him in the head off of his horse.
All right. Good job. Are you gonna bonus action try to grab his
I am
reins?
going to bonus action try and grab the horse.
All right, go ahead and make a dexterity to see if you grab the reins.
Dag blast! Oh, with
What'd you roll?
advantage, right? Because I just killed the guy.
No, you
Dang
do
it.
not.
I got a 9.
All right, so you knock this guy off. The horse stops, and you can't grab the reins. He fell off on the other side of the horse, so the reins kind of fell on that side of the horse. You can't reach him, and you go flying by this horse. All right, that will take us to one of the guys next to Rooster, and he's going to go ahead and attack with a nat 1. He goes and swings
And falls off
and
his horse.
loses his balance and falls off his horse. There you go.
Go for the reins.
So
Go for the
weak.
reins.
When it's your turn, you can try to grab these reins. All right, that brings us to the other cultist that is next to the side on the left side of the wagon. And he's going to strike at the wagon. And he hits for another 6 damage. That brings us to 23 HP. And now it is these archers' turn. And they are going to fire at Barb and at Zeke. 1 each. First one fires at Barb with an 8.
Miss.
Which misses. And the next one fires at Zeke with a 15.
That hits.
Okay, that will do 5 points of damage. Piercing.
Okay.
Alright, and you guys, and these archers move out up to the side, and they're going to reload and try a fire again on their turns. They are 10 feet in front of you when we begin this next round, which is going to happen right now. That will take us to Barb. You're up.
All right, I'm going to pull out my great sword and jump off the wagon with my great sword and try to kill one of the bowmen.
You're going to have to make an acrobatics check to see
Okay.
if you're able to land this, because you are moving very fast on this wagon.
11. No, that was athletic. I'm sorry. That wasn't the right one. Here we go. 23.
Nat 20. Yeah.
You rolled a nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what you're doing.
Okay. So I jump and do like
Absurd.
this awesome flip. And like as I'm flipping, you can see my hair bun come out and the full locks of my hair just kind of flying in the breeze as I swing
And this happens as the sun is coming up too. So
Yeah,
it shines through your golden hair.
It's like a suave commercial.
Stop! I'm gonna throw up.
It's just a thing of beauty. And as I flip around, I put my right arm up with my sword in it and jab to stab this archer right through the face.
I'm gonna laugh if you get like a nat 1 on this.
I know, wouldn't that be terrible? I got a 16.
16 hits. What's your damage? Add the rage too, because you are in a rage.
Yeah, 2 for the rage. So 17 total.
All right, finish him.
Okay. so as I push my sword forward, like all you hear is like this just snap as my sword crushes the backside of his skull as I go through his eye socket, and then I just kind of tumble on the ground and pick up his longbow because I want a longbow. How many
All
arrows
right.
does he have?
You can't like search him right now. That's gonna take an action,
Okay.
especially since there is his friend right next to him, just watching in horror.
Oh, well, I figured he ran off after that.
Nope. All right. Christiana is driving by you, so she is now going another 50 feet. So you are 40 feet behind them.
That's okay.
And we have now gone 280 feet. And that will take us to... You killed that last horseman, right? Thad?
No, I missed on the horseman on the left side. The one.
Oh, that's right. You only killed one of them. Okay, so this horseman on the left side is going to go ahead and attack. He's going to attack the wagon. He's just trying to stop you because they're trying to get that marked one back. And he rolls a 19 and does 2 HP. So you are at 21 HP on this wagon. And that's all the horsemen. He's the only horseman left. So that takes us to Zeke.
There's no more. Up ahead? I don't see anything up ahead, do I?
No, because you have now passed the archer. So I mean, it's just you see another switchback up ahead.
Okay. If I think I can have the time for another round to go by and me be able to repair next round, I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast him then. So black energy bubbles up in my hands and I cast it for a 16 to hit.
Okay, 16 hits. What's your damage?
6 damage.
6 damage. Ooh, he's still alive, but he is on death's door.
Piss. And I'm just going to move close to the edge so I can kind of be right by him so he tries to focus on me more than the wagon.
Okay. Alright, Rooster. Before you try to snag this horse, I want you to roll a perception check.
How do you know that's what I'm going to do?
Because you tried to do it the entire time you rode down this mountain on this horse.
13.
13. You look behind you.
Does my horse have
and-
wings?
No.
Oh.
You look behind you and you see 5 more riders coming up fast.
All right. How far away are they?
They will reach you on the next turn.
How far away are they right now?
Well, they're like 40 feet away from you.
Okay. Well, with this newly added information, I try and grab the riderless horse that's next to me.
Dexterity throw.
I swear, if I get another 9, I got a 12.
12. Alright, you grab these reins, and now you need to make an animal handling roll to see if you can keep
14.
the horse going. And you're able to keep this horse going. You now have this horse by the reins and are riding forward. That will count as your main action. What are you doing for your bonus action?
Can I dash on a horse? Is that a thing?
You can. Yeah. So you were kind of holding back with these guys, so you can ride forward. If you ride forward, you can get about 20 feet away from the wagon, and that will put you 20 feet past Barb.
Okay. Can a bugbear ride a horse?
Yeah,
I assume so.
got great. I'm a hunter and stuff.
So I just didn't know, like, size-wise,
if
that worked. But all right, I'm gonna drop this horse off for Barb then, and then keep going.
Okay. So you ride by and toss the reins over to Barb, and then ride the additional 20 feet. I'm assuming. So now you're 20 feet behind the wagon. That will take us to the archer, who is going to draw out his scimitar and attack Barb. And he misses with a 7. That will take us back to the top of the round, where we have Barb the Bugbear.
Okay. I guess I need to kill this other archer. So I still have my greatsword in my hand, so I attack him with my greatsword.
Alright, swing away.
I got a 20.
20 hits. What's your damage?
11.
Jeez, how do you kill this guy?
Do what? Oh,
How do you kill him?
Well, what I do is I run. I kind of charge him, and as I do, I swing my left leg around his legs and push him over, so he's falling backward and hits the rock. And I say, "This is for my people," and then. And then I stab him through the throat, and then after I do that, I start twisting it like you're making a fire with a stick. So I'm just doing it real fast and watching blood squirt out everywhere and laughing hysterically.
Oh my gosh!
And
You
then after
freaking crazy barbarian!
After I do that, I wipe off my my sword and I look for arrows.
Okay, so you're gonna search. You will. Okay, go ahead and search as your bonus action for arrows.
Okay. Do I need
Investigation.
to click something for that?
Investigation.
Okay, I got 5.
They had about 4 arrows left.
Okay.
Alright, that will be your turn. So you'll have to mount your horse on your next turn. And now it is Christiana. She's going to go ahead and go another 50 feet. You are at 330 feet now. And these riders are riding up. And one of these riders is going to ride past you, Barb, and head straight for the wagon. He is going to do a double move and get past Rooster and get to the wagon. So now he will be on pace with the wagon on his next turn. And one of the other ones
I don't
does
get like
this.
an opportunity attack against these guys.
No,
as they ride past
it's
me
a
on
wide
this.
road, so they can just go by you. I mean, and they both. So 2 guys decide to do that. They get up there. They're right on the wagon, right to the rear of it. And the other 3 are going to swing at Barb as they go by. And 16 hits, right?
Yep.
Alright, that does 7 damage, and only one of them was able to hit you. The other rolled a 6 and an 11. So they swing at you and continue on. You will get an opportunity attack on one of them. So go ahead and roll an attack with your greatsword.
I got a 10.
A 10 misses, so they're just going too fast as they fly by you and strike, and you're not able to connect. They finish up their movement, and they're going to be right with you, Rooster. And that will be their turn. That will take us to Zeke.
Okay, and I have 2 riders right behind me.
You have 2... Oh, yeah. Hold on. We have one more. We have the guy on the left that you haven't killed yet. He is on death's door. He's going to go ahead and swing at you, Zeke, with a 21.
That'll
and
hit.
do 3 slashing damage. And that will be his turn. And now it is your turn.
Okay. So we're all moving pretty fast, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna to Christiana, just like loud enough to where she can hear it, but hopefully they don't. But I'm gonna tell her to just stop as hard as she can, and then I'm gonna cast. There's 2 right behind us, correct?
Right.
I'm gonna cast Mold Earth and try to move the ground right in front of them as they're riding towards us.
Okay.
Form
So
a
it's a
ditch
5-foot square.
So, Christiana already had her turn, so she won't be able to stop until
Okay.
her turn. And they've already moved, so they'll make dex throws on their beginning of their turn. Next round.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. There's no way as a bonus action I could just pull on the reins, could I?
Oh, like just reach over Christiana and grab
Yeah.
the reins and pull? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can go ahead and do that.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
just gonna hunker down, like grab onto something, and just pull as hard as I can to just try to stop the wagon so that the other 2,
Okay.
can be behind us, but the other
Right.
one will try to shoot past us,
Right.
just to give us a moment.
Yeah, so these are draft horses, so they know how to pull and stuff. They're not as fast as these other horses that are chasing them, but they're able to, get to the stop. They stop, within a few feet. It will take a little bit more to get them going, so you're only going to be able to do the half the speed when she snaps on the rein to get going.
Okay.
But, yeah, you're able to get them stopped, and so what'll happen on the cultist turn, I'll make them roll dexterity saves to see if they are able to get around this earthwork that you did, or jump it, or whatever they're doing.
Okay.
Okay, Rooster, that takes us to you. You have 3 cultists around you. You are 20 feet behind where they just did this, where this carriage is beginning to stop, and there are 2 cultists up by the carriage, and yeah, you see this earthwork thing start to form.
Alrighty. Is the earth coming up and creating like a wall, or
No,
what
it's
exactly
going
happened?
down to a big hole. A 5-foot deep hole.
Okay, well, I guess I am going to just...
What are the dimensions on that, Thad? Sorry.
It's a 5-foot cube. Actually, I move the earth, so it's a 5-foot cube, and then right next to it is a 5-foot pile of dirt.
Okay. So one side there's like a big mound of dirt, one side there's a hole?
Yeah, a massive hole, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
Yeah. My backfire in a second. Alright, you're up, Rooster.
Oh, man.
You're behind the other riders, though, so you should
Yeah.
have time to be able
Well,
to go
he might
around
be.
it.
He might be.
Yeah, but
he
I
can-
still have
he
to
can
traverse
definitely-
it somehow.
Yeah, go up that way.
Oh, does it
Does it
fill up
just-
the
it-
whole road?
Your
It
horse
doesn't,
should
like,
be able to jump
disappear,
5 feet, though.
You'll have advantage because you see this, so you'll be able to use your
Oh,
dexterity.
yeah,
around
we
it.
could go around it, right? That only takes up 10 feet
Yeah.
of the road.
Yeah, you should be able to go around it. These other guys,
Okay.
they're just not gonna have time
yeah,
much
they're
time to
right
react.
in
So
front of it.
yeah,
Gotcha. All right, yeah. I was
yeah, you'll be
confused about
fine.
that
You
for
can
a
go right around it. I won't even make you roll for it to go around it.
All right, cool. Well, I'm just gonna reach over then to the attack. I kind of like put my staff in my other hand and grab the reins, and then I just reach over to
Deck him
thump
in the
this
face.
guy on the head. Yeah, basically.
A feathery
14 to
hand
hit.
reaches out. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
All right, 5 damage.
Okay, that
and
hurts.
cool. We are going to do flurry of blows and do 2 more. A 10 misses, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
second one,
That hits. You're attacking the same guy, right?
the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and finish him.
All right, so I just reach over, I punch him once, I miss him the second time, and the third time I just punch him right in the side of his, like, basically his kidney, and he just grabs his kidney and dies. How awesome is that?
All right.
I'm such a
So-
better killer.
Sorry, dude. My brain's like not working today.
But
yeah. Can I possibly get this guy to fall off of his horse?
Go ahead and roll a DC. Roll a 20-sided die, a D20.
I just want us to all have.
It's just pure luck. This is gonna be pure luck as to whether the horse falls or does something stupid. If you roll an even number, the horse is still up, and he'll be within reach of you. If you roll an odd, he's not in reach of you.
Even.
All right, yeah, the guy falls off and doesn't yank on the reins, so the horse keeps kind of going in the same direction. You don't have any actions, though, so you can't reach the reins on this turn, but you can not move forward and try to grab the horse on your next turn.
Don't you have a horse in the other hand?
No, you have the other horse.
He gave it to you.
That's right.
Okay, that'll take us back to the top.
Okay,
Barb,
so
go ahead.
I'm gonna hop up on my horse and draw my bow and shoot at.
You're gonna be at disadvantage firing with a bow from a horse.
Okay. Well, I already said it, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
Fine. Okay.
So
you can fire and then hop on your horse if you want.
Oh well, if I can make that change, I will.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Shoot. Okay.
Are you who are you shooting? So you have one guy out, still on the left side of the wagon.
That's who I'm
shooting. You have the 2 guys there. Okay. So you're firing up ahead. Yep, he's within range of your bow. I'm pretty sure longbows have a huge range.
Yeah, 150 feet.
You're within range. 13 hits. How much damage?
7.
7. Go ahead and finish him with this arrow.
All right. So I pull my bow back and just kind of get it to where it feels good and let it go. And it's like a scene from Robin Hood where
it fires straight up in the air and you pull out another arrow and shoot it and it comes back down.
Yeah, and tip the ass end of it to where it comes down and hits him in the face.
Or is this like a Men in Tights thing where it just like homing missiles to him?
No, it just flies right into his eye socket. Just pop.
He's looking forward, so you can't see his eye socket.
Okay, so then as he's yelling, he's like has his mouth open. It hits the back of his head and comes out of his mouth.
Dope. All right, and that is one less cultist.
Thank goodness.
So violent. All right, that's Barb's turn. Okay, so you're gonna hop on the horse.
Yep.
You are 40 feet behind the carriage, or you can get all the way up to the wagon.
I can?
Yeah, you can get up. You can either get even with the wagon, or you can ride ahead of the wagon by like 20 feet.
I'm going to get even with the wagon.
Okay. So you ride up alongside the left or right side. Which one do you want?
Is there still someone next to Rooster, or are we clear?
There are 3 guys next. Oh, 2 guys. 2 guys next to Rooster.
I'm going to ride next to them.
Okay.
Because Rooster's a little bit further behind the...
Right.
Yeah.
So you're getting next to Rooster. Okay.
Correct.
All right. That will take us to Christiana, who has stopped the cart, and she's just going to... Do you want her to stay stopped?
Yeah.
Zeke? Okay,
I'm going to yell at her. I don't know if I can, but I'll just yell at her to repair the wagon.
Okay. She is going to repair the wagon stopped. She is able to do 20 HP when the wagon is stopped. So you are back to 41 HP. The wagon can continue to do its full speed. And actually, you guys aren't below the 40, so there are no negative effects right now on the wagon.
Sweet.
Alright, but she will not be able to get it going. That's her turn. That'll bring us to the cultists. So the 2 cultists are going to make dexterity saves to try and avoid this earthenwork. What's your spell DC?
My spell DC is 14.
Alright, so one rolled a 15 and the other one rolled a 7. So one of them is able to jump this pitch, just is a really good rider on his horse and is able to jump this 5-foot hole. The other one completely misses it, tries to turn, hits the clump of dirt, this mound of dirt that you pulled out. His horse's legs break against it, and he falls down into the hole.
Why do you have to be so mean to the horse?
Yeah.
What did it do? Just let him run away and be free.
Next, I did that for a couple, but you kept grabbing him and forcing him into labor. All right. Here we go. Then we have the two next to Rooster who are going to attack Rooster. One's going to attack Rooster. One's going to attack Barb. The one that attacks Rooster rolled a 13.
No.
And the one that attacked Barb rolled a 21. So that's going to hit. He does 7 slashing damage, Barb.
Okay.
Alright, that is all that is. Oh, wait. So the one that was able to dodge, he's going to stop next to the wagon and take a swipe at you, Zeke. 17, 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is all of the cultists. Brings us to Zeke.
So there's just one by me right now?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna blast him with good old trusty Eldritch Blast. Black energy pours out of my hands for a 14.
14 hits?
Okay, and then it does... 6 damage.
6 damage. It hurt, but he is still up. That will bring us to you, Rooster.
Punch the guy that's next to me.
Okay, go for it.
17 for 5 damage.
That hits and does 5 damage. Okay.
And... yeah, we're going to spend a key point and do Flurry of Blows again.
Okay. Same guy, I'm
nat
assuming.
20 for 8 damage, yep.
Alright, finish that guy.
Alrighty, so this guy... let's see, I'm trying to think of, like, actual punches that you might be able to throw while you're riding a horse scenario. But I'm just going to punch this guy right in the jaw, lifts him right out of the saddle, and his horse just, like, runs free, and he just falls and crumbles to the ground.
So you come at him, your feathery hand gets this arcane kind of energy that flows through you, and you uppercut him right in the chin, and he goes flying off just as you've predicted.
And then we're going to use the other... yeah, I'm going to use the other blow to attack the guy who attacked Barb.
Alright, go for it.
And that is a 24 for 4 damage.
4 damage, okay. And that will take us back to the top. Barb, it is your turn.
How's the guy doing after Rooster hit him?
He looks, like that hurt a lot, but he's not dead.
Okay, so I'm
not dead yet.
I will pull out my hand axe and attempt to chop his head.
Okay.
27.
27 hits.
10 damage.
Finish him.
Alright. So I pull out my hand axe and just kind of, without even looking at him, facing forward because I'm riding the horse, I'll swing it with my left hand and hit him right in the face, right beside me.
Okay.
And as I do it, I turn my horse a little bit to the right and just kind of drag him off of his horse with me and ride with him, just hanging from my axe until he falls off of it.
Jeez. Alright, that'll bring us to Christiana's turn. She is going to go ahead and snap the reins and get it moving. It will move only half. It'll move the wagon speed of 30 because she's starting from a dead stop. So you are now at 360 feet. And that will take us to the rider next to the wagon, who is going to attack the wagon. And he misses. As it starts moving away, he is unable to hit. That will bring us to you, Zeke.
Alright, I'm gonna cast another spell at him. Dang it. I rolled an 8.
That's gonna miss.
Okay, and at this I just kind of shit. And that's my turn.
Alright, that'll bring us to you, Rooster.
Can I catch up
So
and attack this
since
dude?
you guys were stopped, you are So you were 20 feet. So you're now 50 feet behind. Yeah, you can make it all the way there, 60 feet.
And attack the guy or not?
Yes, you can make it and attack. The horse's movements. So these horses can move 60 feet, just so you guys are aware.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Alright, let's get crazy. I'm gonna try and ride up behind this guy and jump onto the back of his horse and, like, attack him.
Okay.
Peck his eyes out.
It's just as you're screeching the jackalope.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check to see if you land on the back of this guy's horse.
You're gonna
16.
fall off.
16, that's good. You are able,
and
you jump
then-
up on there.
Just doing an unarmed attack on him.
Yep. Yes, it does. So you used all of you tried to jump and swing. You kind of calculated the jump a little bit, which caused you to have to reach down and grab the horse instead of swinging, and you're unable to hit him.
Screw it, I'm using my bonus action. Do flurry of blows. We're finishing.
Okay. Is that your last key point?
That's my last key point.
All right. Go ahead and attack.
Nat 1.
Oh, that sucks. So, as you land and spook the horse a bit, the horse is going to kick and buck a little bit. You have to make a dex saving throw to not be flung from this horse.
21.
All right, so you're still on. You will have disadvantage on this next attack.
14
That hits.
for 4 damage.
He's still kicking.
Alrighty.
Barely. He's on death's door. You just rabbit punch him in the back of the head. He almost goes unconscious, but kind of shakes it. That will bring us to the top of the round. I need everyone to make a perception check.
I don't like that.
15.
12.
6.
All right, Rooster. As you're on the back of this guy's horse, you look in front and you see horses waiting off to the side of the road. 5 more guys. That'll bring us to Barb's turn.
I crow and
so-
I signal to the guys, pointing out what's going on.
All right, and I'm close to Rooster.
Well, you are 50 feet behind, but you can ride up next to him. Yes.
So I'm gonna ride up next to him, and I'm gonna use my my hemp rope. I'm gonna tie it to a lasso and try to lasso that rider.
All right. I'm gonna have
This is
you
gonna go horrible.
2 rolls.
Okay.
The first roll is a survival check to see how well you make this knot in this lasso.
Survival. It's 11.
Okay. Next, I need you to roll a dexterity throw to see if you catch him. Just a dexterity check.
18.
Okay, so you're able to throw this rope around him. Now I need you to do an opposed strength check to try and pull him off this. He's going to roll his strength. Oh my gosh. What'd you get?
13.
He rolled a 6, so you easily do what you're about to do. Describe how you do it, because he doesn't have enough HP to survive this.
So I throw this rope and just it goes right around his neck, and he looks kind of down like, what the heck's going on? And I pull it tight, and then I wrap it around my arm and fly by him. And so now I'm just dragging him. He's just bouncing around behind me.
Okay, immediately as this rope grabs this tension, so you're traveling up ahead of the carriage then, right?
Yeah,
Or the wagon.
Or with it, I think.
Well, he's with it, so if you're gonna go by, you can go 10 more feet.
Just enough to pull him off the horse.
Right.
And
yeah, you know what? We could just say you didn't use all 50 feet of your rope. You just used a little bit, and you're just pulling him 6 feet, or
right.
He's dragging 8 feet behind you.
Just
or something
enough
like
to
that.
get him starting to flop behind me.
So immediately when this rope wraps around him, and as soon as it pulls tight, it breaks his neck because his HP's so low, and now you are just dragging a limp body behind you.
Yeah.
As you go. All right, that will bring us to Christiana. She's going to go ahead and travel the full 60. you are at 420 feet. And now it is these 5 cultists who are going to charge at the wagon. The first 2 are going to strike at the wagon. One gets a nat 20. The first one does, and does 6 damage, which takes it to 35 HP. So now there will be disadvantage for anyone on the wagon that rolls strength or dexterity related saves. Or skills, either way. The second one attacks. He rolled an 11, he misses. Then each of these are going to attack all 3 of you. So one is going to attack Zeke in the wagon, one's going to attack Barb, and one going to attack Rooster. First one attacks Zeke with a 17.
That'll hit.
6 slashing damage.
Okay.
Second one attacks Barb with a 13.
Miss.
And the last one attacks with a 21 for 5 slashing damage. That will take us to Zeke.
Okay. I am gonna Eldritch Blast, and black energy lashes out, and oh my gosh, it's an 8 again.
That misses.
Okay. Yeah. And as my bonus action, I'm just gonna scoot to the other side so he can't hit me.
Alright. Rooster, go ahead and go.
Alrighty, I am going to make an unarmed strike against this guy who came up and attacked me.
Okay.
9.
9 misses. Alright, that's going to take us back to the top, and that's going to be Barb.
Okay, so there's a horseman beside me trying to fight me, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm going to tie a lasso on the other end of the rope and try to get it around that horse's hooves. And trip
Oh my
it.
gosh. Alright. roll your survival and see how well this rope is. Or this knot is.
11.
Okay. Dexterity is if you're lassoing the horse's legs?
The horse's legs. Yeah, I want to
okay.
want to trip the horse.
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit higher DC, but go ahead and roll.
Okay. Dexterity?
Yep.
19.
Son of a bitch. Alright. You lasso this horse's feet, back legs. It catches, and his legs lock up, throwing the rider off of the thing, and it goes. He crashes down, breaks his neck. Then the horse kind of like collapses. Doesn't break anything, but just kind of stumbles down to the ground because it lost the use of its black legs. And you and everybody else go flying by them.
Red.
All right. Oh my gosh. You also just lost your hemp rope. So that's gone now.
Oh, it's okay. I'll find a new one.
Okay. That will bring us to Christiana. Christiana is going to go ahead and... Yeah, she's going to go ahead and go 60 feet. She was thinking about doing a heal, but she's going to go 60 feet. So you are now at 480 feet. Alright. You guys notice that you are very close to the bottom of this mountain, and the slope is less gradual now. But the path is still, 15, 20 feet wide, and there are trees surrounding you, so there's not really a spot where you can, pull the wagon over and do stuff. But anyway, that will bring us to these cultists. So there is one next to that. Actually, they're all on the wrong side. So 3 are going to take attacks on the wagon, since one of them can't reach Zeke. And all 3 of them roll 13s and miss. Alright.
Nice.
So they all miss. And now we have the one that's left. He's going to attack Rooster. And rolls a 13 as well. I just rolled 4 13s in a row.
Wow.
Alright. 13 doesn't hit, right?
Correct.
Alright, that's going to bring us to you, Zeke.
Okay, so who all is left? What?
There's 3 guys
Cultists?
around the wagon. 1 guy next to Rooster. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I assume there's one in front of another on one of the sides, or are they all like on each side of the wagon, like front, center, or I mean back, left and right?
Say what now?
Where are the
they're all
cultists at?
Yeah, is there two on
There's
one
like
side?
3 on the left side of the wagon right now.
Oh,
Okay.
Those are the 3 that were attacking the wagon. You, like, as your bonus action, move to the right side of the wagon. Then you have
Okay,
Barb on
yeah.
the other side of these 3, like further over on the left, and then Rooster and the guy.
Okay. Barb and Rooster aren't directly behind them, right?
No.
Okay.
They're on the side of them. If you shot flames straight at these guys, it would hit Barb and Rooster on the other side.
Okay.
You guys are all in like a parallel line riding.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Mold Earth, and I'm gonna tear the ground out right underneath them and throw the dirt forward at the riders, the cultists.
Okay, I'm gonna make you roll an Arcana check because they are moving fast, so this is a little bit more
Okay.
difficult. DC 12.
Okay. 19.
19. All right. You do this, and all 3 of these guys, boom, plow right into the freaking dirt. And you just hear the squeals of horses as they are breaking legs as well as breaking bodies. And that has killed more defenseless animals.
Yep, and I gained a shizload of health.
All right. That will take us to you, Rooster.
I'm just gonna attack the guy next to me.
Go for it.
An 18 for 6 damage.
That hits, and he is seriously hurt, but not down. That'll take us to the top of the... Oh, wait, unless you have something else.
Nope, that's it.
Okay, that'll take us to the top of the round.
Okay. I'm gonna take my hand axe and kind of. I'm on the left-hand side of Rooster, right? Correct.
Right.
Okay, and kind of sweep around the back of Rooster so I can hit this guy in the back of the head.
Okay.
Okay.
With your greatsword, I assume?
Hand axe.
Okay.
I got a 23.
Hits.
Okay, 8 damage.
Finish him.
Okay. All right. So I take my my hand axe, excuse me, and as I come around, I do like this zigzag hit. So the first one is just to scalp him. So poof, and just like the top of his head flips off, just the skin and meaty part, and then I go the other way and just slopped off his head. So and then I
And then you go,
no, I want to do an acrobatics check to see if I can catch that part, the very top part that I hit off.
You're
first.
collecting
Oh my
scalps
gosh.
now?
Yeah, no, I just want to put it on top of my head and laugh.
just roll a dexterity throw. Or
Okay.
not a save, just a regular dexterity roll.
Okay, let's do this. I got a 10.
You miss it. You can't catch
Okay,
it.
bummer. It would have been funny.
Okay, so that brings Christiana. She slaps the reins. You guys come around the last of the bends, and as you come around the last of the bends, Christiana yanks on the reins to a stop. And in front of you is about 15 of these cultists, lined up with spears pointing straight forward, and in a line across this road. You come to a dead stop, and it's just kind of quiet. Neither one making the first move. When all of a sudden, you hear a bestial roar. This roar sounds like it's half man, half beast. And coming charging out of the woods, you see a green-skinned half-orc in plate mail, wielding a giant sword. He rushes forward, blood-stained, armor just shredded with cuts all over him. And he holds up this amulet in his hand and crushes it. And this arcane energy pulses all around him. And he wields his sword high up above his head. and then puts hilt first up and draws the blade deep into the earth. And a destructive wave comes blasting forth. And it's probably going to kill all these guys. Let's see here. They need to... Alright. It does 5d6 thunder damage, as well as 5d6 radiant damage.
Woot. He's my cousin.
And even if these guys save, they all die, because it does a 30 feet and totally encompasses these. As he slams this into the down, all the dirt and just everything erupts, and just you see these bodies just flying, and parts of these bodies just flying in all directions. And he gets up, and you can see that he's weak and weary and staggering, and he falls to his knees, and then falls down, and he's spent.
Is he like in saving throws, or he's just exhausted and just...
I mean, you're on the wagon. Go check him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop down and run over to him.
Okay, you run over to him. Go ahead and do a medicine check.
And I got a 2. In that case, could I just cast
He's
Spare the
dead.
Dying, which is a cantrip?
He's
Oh my
dead.
gosh.
You're convinced he's dead. Zeke is like, no.
He starts crying.
Yeah, Zeke's crying, knowing
Oh
over
my
him.
gosh. Can I cast Spare the Dying on him, just trying to help?
Yeah, go ahead and you cast it. You think it helps because you slowly see this, like, you see his chest raising and lowering, even though it was doing that before you cast it.
Okay, so he is stable.
All right. Yeah, so he's stable. Christiana rushes over to him and casts a healing spell on him. Well, but he is like, for the mechanics of the game, he's at such a high level of exhaustion he like can't do anything. And but he is alive, and she is able to stabilize him. But he looks beat to shit, guys. You could tell he went through a lot. And Christiana begins carrying him, or she starts to try and pick him up, but he just weighs so much, so she asks for help.
Yeah, I'd go
try
over
and get him in the wagon.
and lift
You
him,
guys
put him
come
in the
over.
wagon.
You guys
I'm
put him in
holding
the
on to
wagon.
the horses.
You put him in the wagon, and it looks like he has saved the day. And you guys all hop back on the wagon. Are you guys getting in the wagon? Or are you riding the horses? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna ride the horse. My
Yeah,
horse.
I'm in the wagon.
Okay, you guys start off,
Zeke
and
don't have a horse.
you take off in a direction, heading through the Blackstone Plains, away from the camp, but in the direction of Eversummit, and begin your journey back there. Now, this journey, if nothing goes wrong on it, should take only about 3 weeks, and you guys are going to be able to get long rest in there and everything. I'm going to go ahead and skip forward. The events are kind of useless, or not useless. The events are uneventful, and basically, about a day into your travel away from Blackstone, this Mark I begins to move and rumbles around. However, you have his eyes covered, his mouth gagged, and his hands bound, so he can't do anything. And you guys had bandaged him really well, so he just, after struggling for an hour or two, he kind of just gives up and just sits in the back of the wagon and is content to just, let you guys do what you're going to do with him and wait till see what happens.
So during this time, do we have time to rest and regain our hit points?
Yes, so you will have a long rest. Basically, after 2 weeks of travel, you guys have all this food in the wagon, because there were supplies in this wagon, as if you remember from the last episode. So you guys had food and everything. Along the way, though, you come across a wagon. And up jumps out this elderly man and yells, "Welcome, one and all! I am Lord Florandel! Welcome to Florandel's Odds and Ends!" And it's just this old guy wearing merchant clothes, kind of finer clothes. It looks like, he's bought some really nice clothes, and he's got this wagon set up with just a bunch of odds and ends in it for sale. And he's trying to get you guys to stop and buy something.
I'm gonna stop and check out his wares.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, hello there, fine feathered friend. Well, what can we do for you?
I just signaled that I want to see what he has.
Okay, let's check it out.
He opens up the side of the wagon, and out pops this squirrel and like jumps up on him on his arm. He's like,
Dirty bear, get down from here.
and he pushes the squirrel off him, and
He's like, don't mind my pet squirrel. Yeah, he doesn't bite too much.
you look at the squirrel, and it has these abnormally large like two front teeth. They're like the size of human two front teeth on the squirrel. So it looks so ridiculous. He opens up the bin, and you see a bunch of odds and ends. You see something titled Lord Florandel's Gills. You see some health potions. You see a bottle with like the poison symbol on it. You see some ropes. You see just a bunch of trinkets and everything. And you also see a spell that says small for short time. And that's about all you see for right now.
What's the shiniest thing in there?
The shiniest thing in there? Probably the gills, actually. Yeah, probably the gills. So, so this Lord Florandel's gills, they look like coins almost, and they're shiny like fish scales and have slits in them like their gills, and it's like a little patch.
All right, I picked that up and I start examining it.
Okay.
Well, you found one of my finest wares. I apologize, I don't have as much as I used to. I just came from Eversummit and sold a great deal of things. But this gill here, basically how it works is you place it on your neck after you pull off this little adhesive on the back you see here. And when you place it on your neck, you will be able to breathe underwater. For a limited amount of time, of course.
All right, I ask him how much it costs.
These gills cost 70 gold pieces.
I just put it right back on the shelf.
Okay.
I don't think any of us have 70 gold pieces.
Christiana lets you know that she will cover the cost and take it out of the 2,000 gold that you are owed at the end, if you wish to purchase anything.
Are we each getting 2,000 or is it 2,000?
No, it'll be 2,000 split.
Okay.
Well, I
That's the
want.
arrangement.
How much?
Plus a new 200 gold each, because that was your rate for the whole expedition to begin with. So before you had joined on this, caravan, you had worked out a deal for 200 gold for the 3 months you guys were supposed to be doing this, as well as food and and shelter, which was going to be provided with the caravan. But yeah.
How much is your rope?
My rope. It's a good hemp rope. It's only 1 gold piece.
Okay, I'll take your rope.
Okay. So you give him 1 gold piece.
Oh, thank you kindly, Mr. Sir. You're quite terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm gonna take a look at. You said there was the spell was make small for a while, or something like that.
Say what? Oh yeah,
What was
there
the
was one that
spell? Yeah.
small for a short time or something like that.
Okay, yeah, I want to check that. Is it like a scroll or a tome?
Nope,
or...
it's just a little potion.
Oh, okay.
Fine eye you have. This will help you get really small and be able to get around. It does have a short time on it, so it won't last super long. But, maybe small enough to, do some things.
How much for the
Dirty bear,
potion?
get your ass out of that!
He's over in like some bag of food and just digging in.
I'm sorry, where were we, sir?
How much for the potion?
For the short time small, let's see here, it is 15 gold.
Perhaps we could make a trade, and I pull out the spectacles and I explain them to him.
No. Yeah, I'd be willing to, trade you for that.
All right. Well, we have a deal.
Right. He gives you the potion and takes the spectacles.
Hey!
How much for those? How much will you sell those spectacles for?
Oh, this is a very unique thing. I wouldn't sell it for less than 30 gold.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
And then
Do you have 30 gold, or do you need to take it out of your...
I need to take it out of my whatever I earn.
So I'll take it out of that 200, so you'll get 170.
Okay.
Plus the, whatever you guys break down from the
Right.
2,000.
And then I'll hand them to Rooster.
Okay.
Sweet. I'm like so thankful and grateful. I'm like petting your hand as you hand them to me, and then I like, put them on. And
All right.
Because he can't see in the dark, and you keep
Right. You
putting
keep
his
putting
damn
out his
torch
freaking-
out.
I regret nothing.
Okay, is anyone else looking at anything else?
I want to. Oh, go ahead.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna see if I could interact with Dirty Bear.
Okay. So you walk up to him. He's kind of got his face in this thing. He quickly turns around and just gives you this evil glare. What do you want to do?
I want to make an evil glare back at him.
Okay, you have a glare
Like
off.
have a staring
All right,
contest.
you
A
have
glare
to
off.
do. I want you to make a intimidation check, and he's gonna make an intimidation check.
12.
He has a -3 to his intimidation, and he still beat you. He got 15.
Oh.
He got an 18 roll, and it's 15 total.
Oh man.
So you're a little bit scared of this.
So I
He's quite terrifying because of these big old front teeth, man. You're like, dang, those could do some damage.
I bow down to him like I'm, respecting him as like your worst fullness or something.
He's like,
So I'm like,
and sticks his head back in the bag and starts eating.
What's the story with the squirrel?
He's just a longtime companion, so you may have noticed his teeth are quite big. I've been working on a growth spell, and I was working on these. They're in a small round ball that you would eat, and it was supposed to make you large for a short amount of time, and then you shrink back down. However, I had the spell not quite right at the time, and this little son of a gun, Dirty Bear, got in there and took a big bite of it, and it's kind of stuck in his big front teeth, and they haven't shrunk yet.
So have you perfected that spell yet?
No, not quite. No.
Okay.
I'm working on it, though. Yeah. I'm heading back to my shop. I'm going to reload up some goodies, and maybe I'll run into you another time.
So for those of you listening, what's going to happen is we would like to get involved with you a little bit more. And Lord Florendo's odds and ends are actually going to be items that you like to send in. I do have a couple of things to say about the items you send in. Don't make them crazy where like, oh, you one-hit kill everybody. But things that you also want to consider is that Lord Florendo's items typically have a downside to them. So if you can include a downside to your items that you submit, that would be great. And you can submit those on our website or to our email address at notsosuperdungeonbros@gmail.com. And we'll go ahead and try to get those in.
Anyway, would you all care to look at anything else?
Is there any other arcane stuff?
Yes, these guilds here. I'm sorry, I did just come from Eversummit, and they took quite a bit of my wares, so I'm a little skimpy today, but yes, I do have these guilds. They're Lord Florendo's guilds, something I've personally designed, and are quite amazing, if I do say so myself. I mean, being able to breathe underwater, that's pretty cool, right?
I hope that they and this potion I've just purchased don't have any shortcomings like the enlargement spell.
Say what now?
I hope that this potion you sold me doesn't have any shortcomings like the enlargement spell had on...
Oh, no, of course not. Of course, I only sell the best wares.
Alright, I do hope so. And I'm done.
All right, I kind of signal for everyone else to keep moving on, and I want to keep looking at the I signal that I'll, catch up.
So he's got some fishing tackle.
Wait, does everybody leave or not?
Yeah, I left.
Yeah, I'm heading out.
So, Christiana hops back on the wagon and begins her way away. You see that he has,
All right,
some
I
fishing
don't really care what he has. So, after I see that everybody is out of sight, I pull the medallion out of its secret hiding spot that I keep it in at all times. And I kind of look at it longingly and lovingly, and I stroke it, and then I show it to him. And I pull out a piece of paper, and I write down on it, and I'm just like, what is this?
Oh, I'm afraid I've never seen one of these in my days. It's looks to be worth quite a bit. I mean, that's gold and some platinum in there. Are you looking to sell it? What are you looking at here?
I write down.
These are definitely dwarven symbols right here. I'm not too good at my dwarven. I haven't really brushed up on it. But it looks dwarven. Definitely a dwarven creation.
Thank you. I'm waving my arms, yeah, I got it's dwarven. Got it. I knew that already. But all right, yeah. I asked him how much he
Dirty Bear, get your ass out of there!
He smacks Dirty Bear on the butt, and Dirty Bear runs up to the side of the wagon, and then goes into a little hole in the wagon and hides.
I'm sorry, he's uncontrollable.
I kind of wave no worries. I was asking him to price it, how much he would buy it for.
Sorry, I don't understand. Can you speak?
I was writing it. I wrote it down on a piece of paper.
Oh, okay. Reading much easier. Let's see here. Probably. I could take it for about 250 gold.
I look back at it and weigh it in my hands. And is there anything interesting that I notice about it at this time?
What do you mean?
Just do I perceive?
Is it glowing or something? No.
No, not necessarily is it glowing, but just is there anything special on it that I haven't noticed before? Aside from just the runes and the gold and the platinum.
Nope, it's just as you remember it.
Okay. I kind of nod my head and say thank you, and I put it back in my secret place, and then I look at the fishing tackle that he was pointing out, and I ask him how much that costs.
The fishing tackle is 1 gold piece.
I toss him the gold and kind of salute him and take off.
Okay.
All right, thanks again. I hope to see you when I have more of my wares, and I'm looking forward to that time. All right, Dirty Bear, let's pack it up.
And he starts packing up the wagon. All right, and that is actually where we're going to end for the day. You're going to end your trip back to Eversummit. Basically, I didn't want to go over you guys just traveling in a wagon every day, so I'm just going to skip ahead. So next episode, you will be arriving at Eversummit. As long as everything goes well.
Great.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the episode, and we look forward to hearing from you all. Please do send in those items, as well as rate us on iTunes or wherever you are listening to your podcasts, and we will try to create an NPC with your name on it. Thanks again, guys. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the show.
And if you did, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast.
We'd also love to hear some of your feedback and comments, and we got a few ways for you to do that.
For example, jump right into Twitter and go ahead and follow us. Our handle is at NSSDBros, or hit us up with our hashtag NSSDBros.
And if you need another way to get in touch with us, check out our website at NSSDBros.com.
And be sure to follow and subscribe to see what other trouble our dungeon duds get into on the next
Not So
Super
Dungeon
Dungeon
Bros. Dude, you guys are all dumb.